Actually, I see the headdress. That's an Indian. Howdy, Stu Chubbuck here. So I have a new permission here, and we are going to be right on the road today, so there's going to be some road noise. But there was a home that sat out here. It showed up on a map from the mid 1800s, and I remember the home. It was a beautiful brick home, and the landowner decided to take it down so his irrigation system could make a full circle on in the field. Come to find out, after talking to him, there was not only this home, there is 41 acres further down, and there was an old home site. He thought maybe, he doesn't remember it, but he thought it could have been a cabin back there. There again on the same map, the mid 1800s. Now there is was a trash dump close to here, in this vicinity. So this road had a lot of traffic of people hauling trash and junk. So not only was there the brick home, the other home possibly a cabin, further on down. It's quite a ways down here at the very end. But what we have is there was another home on the other side of the road. There was a home here and a school that was also on the mid 1800s map. And supposedly down at the other end at the corner, there was another home. So I'm real excited to get to swinging. Now, the homeowner did tell me that there's a car. So the homeowner did tell me that when he bought this property with the brick home on it, that he had heard stories that when he was a kid, the old man that lived here buried his money in jars. And when he bought this property, he did search with a metal detector, and he did say that he recovered some jars of silver dollar coins. He told me I was free to hunt, but he also said that, yeah, I think all the jars of money are gone, but have fun. So I'm going to get to it, and I will see you on the first good target. Okay, so I had a good 43 signal, and I was right. There's a lot of trash along the road here, and I think you will recognize this from some of the other things that I've dug. Very, very typical of what I dig on these old home sites. There's a piece of a harmonica reed. So we are in the right spot. Let's keep going. Okay, so I've got a solid 50-51, which very well could be an Indian head penny. It showed to be about 6 inches down. that's just a rock. I think. Actually, that might be a piece of lead. And that is what that is. It's a piece of lead. It's a musket ball. A flat musket ball. And this is not too far from where I dug that harmonica reed. All right, let's keep going. So I had a signal here. Didn't seem very deep, and it was very low numbers, but it sounded so clean and crisp. And I'm a little ways from the road now. Oh. Well, clean and crisp. What we have is a shotgun shell head stamp. I don't know if I can see a name on that or not. Some of these that I've dug are really, really cool. Looks like this is just a regular Winchester Rival 12 gauge. All right, let's keep going. So I was right earlier about digging bunches of trash. I've dug so much trash that I've kind of stopped pulling the camera out. But I just popped out what looks like a green coin. I haven't looked at it. And I see a shield. It might be an Indian. It looks like a thin one. And it looks like 1881. I'll have to get it cleaned up better, but 1881 Indian. It's really nice. Really nice and green. That's a pretty one. Well, let's keep going. Okay, only a couple feet from where I dug that Indian. I got a very similar signal here. And we just have a great big hunk of lead. Seems like all these old home sites have big hunks of lead. You know, I'm gonna keep going here, see if I can find some more good targets, because I'm running out of daylight. Big hunk of lead. I've got a solid 68 right here. And not sure if we have something. Actually, it looks like it is something. It is made out of lead. There's some kind of a design on it. Maybe some kind of an ornament, or I'm not really sure what it is. It was definitely made that way. Almost looks like a bird with a beak. Okay, so it's a new day. It got late over there at the site that I started on, and we got like 2 inches of rain yesterday. So there is a day between the first hunt and this hunt, and I needed more content to make a video. So here we are. I'm trying to stay out of the fields. Even though we got that much rain, I'm sure it is a soupy mess. So I've got permission here at this farm. It's been a working farm for well over 100 years, and the homeowner had pointed out to me that there's a foundation from an old house, the first original house that sat right over here before the new home was built, and that was probably 1950s when the new house was built. So the original home that sat here would have been at least early 1900s. So let's get to it and see what we can find. We'll see at the first target. I've got a good sounding 52, 53 right here. Doesn't sound real deep. A little deeper than what I can get with that. Right off the bat, we have an aluminum can lid. Let's keep going. So I was checking right around this foundation here, and it sounded like it could be something a little bit larger, but it was ringing up at 6870. Could just be some buried trash here, but it was right off of where the front porch had been. Some kind of pieces of flat pottery or something. It looks like it could have been a plate or something. And this one's ringing up a lot higher now. This one here was hitting a 93, the one in the plug. Some kind of copper pipe. Like some kind of a copper pipe that had been split. I think it's, I don't know, it's got kind of a funny shape on the end. First, maybe I thought it could have been like a buggy brake. It looks like it was more than just a piece of pipe, though. I was thinking kind of like water line, but got a strange flange up on it. But it is mangled up and probably unidentifiable. So I'm gonna check this hole, see if I have anything else, but I will see you at the next. So I got a really good 55 here. There is a lot of trashy signals through here. I dug some other 50 signals, and in fact they were some large-headed nails. Maybe not even anything terribly old. It's bringing up a 59 now that it's open. It looks like some more pottery. Pottery or something. It looks like it could even be a piece of old house siding. I see something. Okay, I seen something. It looks green and round. First it looked really thick. And I'm not really sure how this ground had been moved around over time. But like the old house, actually, I see the headdress. That's an Indian. Yeah, you can see that. $18.90 Indian. So not a terribly old one. But hey, I'll take an Indian any day. Yeah, we are on a just right off of a state highway here, so I do apologize for all the traffic, but there it is. It's pretty nice looking. Without really cleaning it up yet. Well, let's keep going. So I've got a very deep 95. Chances are it's probably some kind of trash, but it sounds so nice that I can't walk away from it. Sounded so nice because I don't think I've ever dug this big of a copper pipe. Oh, let's keep going. So I didn't show this digging it up because I knew it was probably iron and I knew it was trash. Very trashy sound. But now the one crumbled off of there. And you can see, so it was a 1920 something license plate. I don't know if I can hold that to where you can see it. Yeah, it was a 1920 something. The rest of it was just so rotten. And I just happened to see the one before it crumbled off. So, pretty cool. Let's keep going. I dug this whole area, I think they buried the house and whatever remnants was in it. And there's a lot of trash, a lot of iron. Probably they threw the trash in, whatever they had around the farm at the time when they was done with this house. And I thought I was digging another piece of trash because, I mean, it rang up good, but there's been a lot of good sounding trash. But what I got here, it's almost like a harmonica reed, but it's really big. I wondered if maybe it was from an organ. You can see where the reeds were riveted on there. So I don't know if this was some kind of an organ reed or something. It's way too big to be a harmonica reed. So I'm not sure. If anybody knows what that is, leave a comment. I mean, I guess it could have been a bass harmonica, but I didn't think they were this. I didn't think the plates were that thick. This thing is just about as thick as a nickel. So anyway, got a little bit more time yet today, so let's keep going. So I was digging through all this trash, and I just popped something out of the ground that's kind of cool. It's round, but it's not a coin. I don't know if this was some kind of a fancy button. Looks like it was in the ground with some iron. There's a blob of rust on the top of it. Actually, there's a blob of rust on each side. Maybe it was sewn into something. And it's like the same shape on both sides with the iron on both sides. Maybe it was some kind of a pin, or I don't know. I'm curious if there's some kind of writing on it, or I'm not real sure. I'm not seeing anything, but I've never seen anything like that. Maybe it was some fancy that pinned on to some drapery or something. I don't know, but it was kind of neat. Definitely a cool relic. It is brass, so it did ring up really nice. But let's keep going. So right over here in the driveway, I got a good solid 83 signal, and I think I can feel like driveway stone down inside of there, so it's that close to the driveway. It showed to be about 6 inches down. So who knows it? I mean, that sounds good enough to be a quarter, but there again, it could be something modern if the farmer was redoing his drive, or it's still in the hole. There. Maybe a piece of copper. Looks like another piece of that split copper, whatever that stuff is. But it sure sounds good. Pretty much out of time for today. So unless I'm headed back to the truck and get a really good signal, I think we're going to call it right there. I may have had time for one more. And of course, it looks like a lid. Yep, just the lid. This time I'm really done. Thanks for watching, and God bless.